Next up is the representative for constituency number 18, Mr. E. David Burt. So you're up, Mr. Burt.
Thank you, Minister. Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I'd like to recognize our Premier and Party Leader, Premier Cox, and our husband, Mr. Kalu. And also, I'd like to recognize the principal of Victor Scott School and a member, constituent of Pembroke West Central, Ms. Principal Williams. Now, I guess it's kind of hard following a teacher and a radio talk show host when it comes to speaking. And this is my first election, my first time around. So I still sometimes get a little bit nervous when I give speeches. And these gentlemen here said that I should just speak from the heart and not from my speech. So I'm going to do my best. And because what I really want to do is I want to have the opportunity to answer a lot of questions tonight. But just following up on what Walton said, I think that it's important that we recognize that the Progressive Labor Party has had some tough choices to make. And when we talk about what we've done over the past 4 and 5 years, this country was faced, the entire world was faced with the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. No one can dispute that. It has affected everyone around the world, and it has affected all of us. People we know in our families have been affected. We know that our friends have been affected. We know that everyone has been affected. And we all feel the pain. We all feel the repercussions. We understand it. But the choice is, does the government just shut down and run the country like a business and say, you know what? We need to make sure that this budget is balanced this year. So we don't really care about the people who are, the people who need employment. We don't care about the people who need assistance. We're just going to say, you know what? We need to balance the budget, so we're going to make sure that we do not borrow money. It is a difficult decision that anyone has to make, especially, I'm guessing, the Minister of Finance, to borrow money. But the fact is, if the government did not borrow money, where would we have been right now? Would there have been a cruise ship, a new cruise ship terminal? Would we have had facilities that we have right now that we didn't have? We would not have been able to, we wouldn't have had the new police station that we have right now. There are lots of people who would not have been employed as a result of building those businesses. When we talk about the tax breaks that we've given to business to reinvest. Just the other day in the newspaper, we had 2 businesses talking about how the payroll tax concessions ensured that they were able to keep people employed and to reinvest in their business. When they reinvested in their business, that means that other people were employed as well. When they kept people employed, that means that they were able to go and spend money in the shops. That costs money. That meant debt. But the question that we have to ask, was the policy the right thing to do? This party believes that we have to look out for the people, and we have to make sure that we invest in Bermudians so that when we pull out of this recession, we will be in a better place. We will have people that are more trained and willing and able to fill the jobs of the present, but also to fill the jobs of the future. So this election, yes, is about the economy, but we have to question which party has the best outlook for the economy. We have to make sure we understand that what we've done over the past 5 years is to take care of the people in this country and prepare them and set the foundation for growing the economy in the future. Anytime that I hear people say the Progressive Labor Party can't manage the economy, I wonder if they have short memories. I wonder if they forget the period of 1998 to 2008, when we had unprecedented growth in this country under a PLP government. So when they say now that we can't manage the economy, ask them what they said before. We understand economics and we understand what we have to do. But in a recession, you must invest in your people, you must support your people, and you must look to do the best in order to help them out. So when we come out of this, we'll come out better and stronger. Now, the final thing I want to say, just to close, is I thank everyone in Pembroke West Central. I see a few of my constituents here this evening for your support. This is my first election. I'm running in the footsteps of someone who has represented our area for a long time, the Honorable Dina Letha Butterfield, and I only hope that I'm able to continue the work of which she's done in the area and hope to represent the members or the constituents as well as I can. I think that one of the things that I always say on the doorstep is that being an MP, your first job is to make sure you represent your constituents. And I love sitting inside of households. I'm not a very good canvasser because I'll be in a house for sometimes an hour and a half, and just sitting there and having a long discussion with a family, and we're talking, and some people might offer me food, and we're just keeping on going, and some of the people who canvass with me are just looking at me like, when are we gonna leave? We need to go to other houses. But I really, really enjoy that interaction because I think it makes me a better representative and hopefully make me a better MP. So I look forward to answer your questions. I thank you very much for listening, and December 17th, please come out and vote PLP. Thank you.
You all must agree that was asking for a first timer. Let's give him another round of applause. He didn't sound nervous to me, so congratulations.